working on this lemon artichoke chicken recipe for about 10 years now. It's really good. So we start with, we use chicken breast, boneless, skinless chicken breast that I've cut into little pieces here. And it's put in with some flour, some salt, pepper. This is rosemary that we got right out of our garden, fresh rosemary, salt, pepper, a little bit of kosher salt. And we're going to cook that in the olive oil on top of the stove. We're going to pan stir that. Then we have artichoke hearts, 2 small cans of the artichoke hearts. We drained the liquid out of it and quartered those. And any of the pieces that fall off, 2 lemons, freshly squeezed. It gives about a half cup of lemon juice. And then I have some chicken broth. I have 4 cups here. We're going to have to use this we'll use as much as we need to make the sauce. And then Chardonnay wine. And whatever, it doesn't matter. This is a cheap one, but it's good enough as long as it's good. Okay, so I have some olive oil, some light EVOO virgin olive oil. And we're going to put it in there about medium high heat. Okay, we're going to cook that chicken. And then I usually stick it in, because it usually takes more than 1 panful, so I have to put it in the oven and let it stay warm in there. You can see the rosemary on it and everything, so let's go ahead and cook that. Look at how the chicken is doing. It's doing really good. Oh, and another thing that we're going to do is you want that nice and brown, make sure it's well done. And I also sauteed some mushrooms. That's optional if you want to add those or not. And we're going to plate this at the end. It's going to be plated over some pasta. Makes a really good dish over pasta. Okay, so we have the chickens all done. And we're just going to add a little bit more olive oil. And we're going to add some flour here to make a roux. A little bit of flour. And we want it to brown just a little bit. Make sure you get enough sauce. That's that's really brown. Okay, get a nice roux, nice thick roux. Can you hear me? Yeah, and then we're going to add the wine to deglaze it. And it's going to thicken up really quick, so you got to make sure you have your chicken broth handy. Okay, so I got that. Add a little bit of chicken broth. Let it get thick again. It's like a nice brown sauce. There it goes. It's thickened up really good. Okay. Now you're going to have to season this to taste. It already has some rosemary in it. It's got salt and pepper. It's got all the drippings and the seasoning from the chicken as it was cooking in there. That's coming along nice. Add a little bit more of the chicken broth. This is actually chicken broth and chicken base. I wasn't sure if I had enough chicken broth, so I wanted to make sure I had that. Okay, now I'm going to add the lemon juice. This has got, the sauce is nice and brown, nice and thick. I'm going to add in the lemon juice right there. And then let that cook for a minute or two, and then we'll give it a taste and see how it tastes. Then we can salt and pepper it to taste. It smells good. It smells nice and, I don't know, nice, it's got nice flavors. Let that come to a boil again. And then we'll salt and pepper that to taste. Let me try it. Oh, that's perfect. Doesn't need anything else. Taste that lemon. Taste the lemon, the tartness of the Chardonnay, the lemon, the rosemary, salt, pepper. Salted just perfectly. Okay. So the last thing we want to do is we're just going to fold in the artichoke hearts. And I have a little bit of lemon zest here on top of the artichoke hearts too, just to add a little bit more flavor to it. Just fold those in. That's nice. Oh, one last thing I forgot to do. About a tablespoon and a half of butter. Add that to that. That'll give it a nice creamy thickness at the end. This smells wonderful. I wish we had smell-o-vision. How's that? I think I'm going to add just a little bit more black pepper. This is the black and red pepper, but I'm going to add just a little bit more of that to that. Let the butter get thoroughly distributed in the sauce. And we're ready to plate. Just take a little bit of pasta. You can use regular spaghetti, or you can use a little bit of the angel hair pasta, a little bit of pasta in the middle there. Grab yourself a couple pieces of chicken, nice and warm, like 3 pieces. And then we come over and just spoon on some sauce. Now if you want mushrooms, you can add mushrooms now, but Vicky doesn't like mushrooms, so you just pour the sauce on. And there we go. Bon appetit!